When people think of aging gracefully, they often imagine healthy eating, regular checkups, and physical activity. But there's one essential component of well-being that often gets left out of the conversation: sexual intimacy. The common belief that sex should naturally fade with age is not only outdated, it's potentially harmful. In fact, according to experienced medical professionals who work closely with aging populations, the absence of intimacy in later years could silently erode your health, happiness, and longevity. Contrary to popular assumptions, sexual intimacy is not a luxury in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s. It's a lifeline, an important pillar of physical, mental, and emotional health. Let's explore what happens to the aging body and mind when sex fades from the picture, and why reclaiming it could be one of the most powerful things you do for your well-being. 1. Your heart health begins to suffer. One of the most surprising benefits of continued intimacy in older age is its impact on heart health. Sexual activity is more than just emotional bonding. It mimics light cardiovascular exercise. When you're sexually active, your body engages in rhythmic movements, your blood circulation improves, and your heart rate increases gently but effectively. These effects help keep your arteries elastic and your blood pressure in check. Studies show that seniors who maintain a healthy sex life have fewer heart complications than those who don't. The absence of sexual activity removes a vital form of natural exercise. Without this stimulation, the heart becomes more susceptible to stress, inflammation, and long-term cardiovascular issues. Skipping sex can be as impactful as skipping daily walks or ignoring heart medications. 2. Muscles and joints lose their vitality. Physical intimacy activates numerous muscle groups. Whether it's subtle movements or full-body engagement, sex helps maintain muscle tone and joint flexibility. For seniors, this kind of movement supports balance, coordination, and physical confidence. As intimacy fades, so does this often overlooked form of physical engagement. Over time, your muscles weaken more quickly, joints stiffen, and mobility declines. This shift may be so gradual that it's hardly noticeable at first, but its impact is undeniable. Without the stimulation that intimacy provides, many seniors begin leading more sedentary lives, entering a downward spiral of physical decline and disconnection from their bodies. 3. Your brain takes a hit. The link between sex and brain health is powerful, especially in older adults. During sex, your brain releases dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, all of which contribute to improved mood, reduced stress, and enhanced cognitive performance. These feel-good chemicals are essential in helping the brain function optimally. When intimacy is absent, the brain loses a natural source of neurological stimulation. Over time, this can result in foggy memory, increased risk of depression, and even early cognitive decline. The brain, much like any muscle, requires stimulation to remain sharp. Physical closeness and emotional bonding through intimacy are among the most natural and effective ways to keep it healthy. 4. Emotional intimacy begins to fade. While physical changes are easier to quantify, the emotional toll of lost intimacy often hits even harder. Sex is not merely a physical act. It is a language of love, trust, and vulnerability. It fosters emotional closeness, especially in long-term relationships. When intimacy is removed, couples often begin to drift apart, eventually feeling more like roommates than partners. The spark that once lit up your conversations, gestures, and glances slowly fades. Over time, affection wanes, communication flattens, and feelings of invisibility grow. This loss of emotional intimacy has been linked to real physical issues, including elevated blood pressure, weakened immune response, and increased risk of depression. Restoring intimacy isn't about reigniting youth. It's about re-establishing meaningful connection. 5. Sleep becomes more difficult. Sleep disturbances are common among older adults, but the role of sex in promoting restful sleep is often overlooked. After orgasm, the body releases prolactin, a hormone that promotes relaxation and drowsiness. Simultaneously, oxytocin lowers stress and anxiety, two of the biggest contributors to sleepless nights. When sexual activity disappears, so do these calming hormonal responses. The result? Restless nights, fragmented sleep, and lingering fatigue. Many turn to medications to fix this issue, when the more natural remedy lies in rebuilding physical intimacy. Sleep isn't just a nighttime concern. It affects memory, emotional regulation, energy, and overall health. 6. Self-esteem and confidence begin to decline. Touch is one of the most powerful forms of human affirmation. Being desired, held and loved physically affirms our self-worth and vibrancy. Without this form of connection, many seniors begin to feel invisible or unimportant. As confidence slips away, people may start avoiding mirrors, withdrawing from partners, and ceasing to express affection. Not because they don't care, but because they don't feel worthy. The truth is, intimacy, even in its gentlest forms, sends strong messages to the soul. You are still beautiful. You are still needed. Reclaiming intimacy can dramatically uplift self-image and confidence, changing how you walk, talk, and view yourself. 7. Your immune system weakens. The immune benefits of sex are rarely discussed, but they are significant. Regular intimacy has been shown to increase levels of immunoglobulin A, a key antibody that defends against colds and other infections. It also helps regulate hormones, reduce inflammation, and promote overall cellular function. Without this hormonal and neurological boost, the immune system becomes sluggish. You may find yourself getting sick more often or recovering more slowly from common illnesses. Sexual activity in this sense functions as a kind of preventative medicine, one that's both enjoyable and deeply effective. 8. Stress and anxiety increase. Stress doesn't fade with age, it just changes form. But sexual intimacy provides a built-in relief system that's both natural and powerful. During intimacy, the brain releases serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin, all of which stabilize mood and reduce anxiety. Without sex, this natural system of emotional regulation weakens. Small concerns become overwhelming, tension builds. You may feel more irritable, restless, or emotionally sensitive. Over time, chronic stress without release can lead to physical symptoms like headaches, insomnia, and muscle tension. 9. Relationships become fragile. Intimacy is the glue of any close relationship. It goes beyond touch. It's about emotional safety, vulnerability, and shared joy. When that bond is neglected, even long-standing partnerships can begin to crack. Affection gives way to routine, playfulness fades, and silence replaces laughter. This isn't always due to a lack of love, it's often a lack of expression. Intimacy is a language, and when it isn't spoken, emotional misunderstandings and distance emerge. Restoring this closeness can breathe life back into relationships, bringing renewed trust, joy, and connection. 10. Your body forgets how to function sexually. Perhaps the most alarming effect of prolonged abstinence is the body's physical response to it. Just as muscles atrophy from disuse, the body's sexual function also begins to fade without stimulation. Men may experience reduced erectile function, and women may deal with increased dryness or discomfort. These changes happen gradually, but become more difficult to reverse over time. The cycle of discomfort leading to avoidance, which leads to further decline, is real, but it's also avoidable. Staying sexually active, even in gentle or non-traditional ways, keeps the body engaged, responsive, and healthy. The path to reconnection starts now. The good news? It's never too late to reclaim intimacy. Whether you're in a relationship or single, there are ways to begin rebuilding this vital part of life. Start with honest communication. Talk to your partner about what you miss and what you need. If there are physical challenges such as low libido or discomfort, consult your doctor. Modern solutions are available, safe and effective. Most importantly, begin with small acts of affection. Hand-holding, cuddling, meaningful conversation. These gestures can naturally evolve into deeper intimacy. And if you're single, self-connection is equally valuable. Exploring your own comfort and needs helps you stay in tune with your body and mind. Final thoughts. Aging with desire and dignity. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on intimacy. In fact, this stage of life can offer the most meaningful, profound, and fulfilling connections of all. The idea that sexual intimacy is only for the young is a cultural myth that has done more harm than good. Intimacy in later life isn't about chasing youth, it's about embracing who you are today, without shame or fear. It's about choosing joy, choosing connection, and choosing to live fully. So if you've been feeling like something is missing, maybe it's not just your body asking for attention, it's your soul asking to reconnect. You deserve intimacy, you deserve closeness, you deserve a life filled with love at every age.